The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Support breast cancer research at the Medical College of Wisconsin when you purchase pink merchandise at Boston Store's Pink Shops during October. By Pick and Save, proud sponsor of the Preps Plus highlights. Time Warner Cable. Order the All the Best package, 3 great services on one simple bill at one low price. By Freighter, the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic. By Lackey & Joy's, Milwaukee's premier outdoor retailer with 3 locations, downtown Milwaukee, Brookfield, and Mequon. And by Realty Executives, where the experts are.
We're at Waukesha South High School, home of the Black Shirts. Says it right there. Hi, I'm your host, Gary Howard, and welcome to Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's high school sports show. Some major matchups in football are on the way, games that could go a long way in determining conference champs. But we'll start this week's show on the tennis court with a multi-sport star from right here in Waukesha South. Here's Brad Preta, my main man, holding serve with our Boston Store featured student athlete.
She's tall. She's talented. She's undefeated. Katie Allen started this season by winning her first 27 matches. By the way, she's only a sophomore.
Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, wow, I never thought I'd be here. But I just kind of take it like, well, it happened, but not to get too overexcited.
It's amazing what she's put together for a player of her age, experiencing the success she's enjoyed. It's been amazing.
Katie says her backhand is her favorite shot. Opponents must feel like they've been slapped around by every weapon Allen has, including her height and wingspan.
Like on lobs and stuff, I'm taller so I can reach them. Coming to the net, too, I have a longer arm span, so people can't pass me so easily.
Katie finished 4th at state as a freshman last fall. Her coach says this season, Allen has played 12 to 15 girls who will qualify for state, as Waukesha South schedules some very tough opponents.
We've been very impressed, not only with her attitude towards playing these players, but also the success she's had.
The most amazing thing about Katie's success in tennis might be the fact that she doesn't focus on this sport year-round. Now, when winter comes, she'll be on the court all right, just not a tennis court. As part of a very young Waukesha South basketball team, Katie received all-conference honorable mention last season.
Well, I think that basketball and tennis work together, so it helps with footwork, so I still stay in pretty good shape. And then during the summer, I just pack everything into one day.
Katie also competes in track and field in the spring and finds time to play the piano when she's not playing a sport or studying.
One of the neatest things about Katie is as good as she is on the tennis court, she's even a better student in the classroom.
Allen is an A+ student, in part because she works at it, which she doesn't mind doing.
I've always, when I was younger, I've always been reading and doing math books during the summer and stuff, but I just really like it and have a good time with it. My teachers are pretty good, so I do study a lot.
Now, Katie did not make winning the state championship her goal this season because she didn't want to set herself up for disappointment. Like a tennis ball from a teammate's racket, a tough opponent could sneak up on her. She will continue working no matter which classroom she's in or which court she's on. After all, she enjoys each setting.
It's been really fun. The team has been doing a lot, has exceeded expectations, and all the girls are really nice. So I've been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolute pleasure both on and off the court. She's truly a scholar athlete.
Katie and her teammates will compete in the sectionals this week, and the state tournament is set for next week. Here's Katie accepting our featured student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Athlete of the week.
Alone, I can do nothing. Alone, there are no passes to catch, no touchdowns to score, no victories.
Alone, Angie could not learn new skills, get a job, or experience the dignity that comes from work.
But with a strong team, you can succeed. And with a caring organization that supports and believes in you, anything is possible.
I never could wrong.
Together, we can all win.
does it take to become a leader in the treatment of neurological disorders? Our patients know. It takes the nation's leading specialists and a state-of-the-art neurosciences center. It takes an academic medical center like Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Less than 2% of America's hospitals are academic medical centers. They're rare, which is why our patients know we're the smart choice for neurological care. Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic.
Approved. He likes it. He likes it. Oh.
Every Roundy's product is approved for quality and signed by Chairman Bob himself.
Approved.
Roundy's, exclusively at Pick and Save.
Thank you.
We're back at Waukesha South High School here on Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel's high school sports show. Our football highlights this week begin in the City Conference, one in Milwaukee and one in Racine. Here's super smooth Tim Muma with the Pick and Save action reel.
As if a couple of Racine rivals needed any extra motivation coming into tonight's game, why don't you throw in a couple of 5-0 records with a chance at a Southeast Conference title on the line? And this one lived up to the billing. Huge plays, big turnovers, and a finish you're not going to want to miss. Tied at 7 in the first, Park cashes in on a turnover. Andrew Fix checks his do-it-yourself manual, cutting against the grain. 29 yards to pay dirt to give the home squad a 14-7 lead after one. Second quarter, Park pounding on the door again inside the 10, but the Rebels defense strips the ball like a bad paint job, diving on the rock at their own 2-yard line, and they would later tie the score at 14. Next possession, Park to punt, but Jeremy Green says, "You will respect my authority." His block sets up Horlick at the 17. 2 plays later, Morris to Kellen Miller. That's a lateral. He chucks it for the end zone. Touchdown, Andrew Muriel. A double pass scoring strike, and the Rebels go up 21-14 at the half. To the fourth, the Rebels would add a 4th TD for an 8-point cushion, and many thought the Panthers' quest for the Holy Grail was dead. We're not dead yet. I think I'll go for a run. McClain goes racing 85 yards all the way to the house. He would tack on the 2-point conversion to even the score at 28, with the crowd going ballistic. Hey, call the cops. Rebels answer. Morris sprinting right, plants and fires for Brian Mosley on the skinny post. In stride behind the D, and don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. 48 yards and the ball game. Horlick gets the inside track in the Southeast Conference with an electrifying 35-28 win as the Rebels move to 6-0.
It would be a banner year for Bradley Tech if the Trojans could smash Milwaukee Riverside. Tech was looking to get right in your face. First quarter, Tech's Kyle Gillespie breaks tackles inside. He almost loses the ball but hangs on. Gillespie's got a huge gain. A flag is thrown, but they would pick that one up, and the Trojans have a great scoring opportunity. Gillespie will cash it in from the 6. Watch as he bounces off a defender and dives across the goal line. It's 7-0 Bradley Tech. Trojan fans are hoping their team could protect that lead and earn an upset victory on homecoming. Riverside gets on the board with a big play. Logan Wells gets great blocking. Far sideline, Wells is running well indeed. He's tripped up but crosses the goal line, 61 yards for the TD. The extra point fails. Tigers trail 7-6 at the half. Somebody called the zookeeper because the Tigers were allowed to run wild in the third quarter. Ryan Givens is all by himself, 13 yards for the score, 12-7 Riverside. Fourth quarter, the Tigers trying to increase that lead. John D'Amato has no trouble crossing the goal line, 18-7 Riverside. Tech looks to the air to try to get back in this one. Donovan Jackson launches the pass, but LaRon Richardson is in perfect position for the pick. Riverside goes on to win at 18-7. The Tigers are in command of the Richardson division with a 4-0 league record. They're 5-1 overall.
Who's greater in the Greater Metro Conference? Marquette and Brookfield Central each look to bolster their conference title hopes in the Time Warner Cable Big Game.
Either the cheerleaders are getting younger or I'm getting a whole lot older.
My wife says I'm getting older. In any case, it's Junior Lancer and Junior Cheerleader night here at Brookfield Central. The Lancers taking on Marquette, each team trying to stay undefeated in the Greater Metro. The Junior Lancers are high-stepping it across the track as their high school counterparts take the field. Someday the youngsters hope to put on hits like this one by senior Mike Rossmiller. Defense definitely the theme in the first half. Same drive, Marquette QB Kevin Fink is forced to scramble. TJ Grumman takes him down, scoreless after one quarter. Marquette's D is also up to the task. Marcus Trotter gallops in and hammers Tommy Brayton to the field turf. A penalty keeps that drive alive, though, allowing Brayton to hook up with Tim Nass. The sliding grab is good for a sweet 16 yards. On the very next play, Brayton again finds Tim Nass wide open. Down the sideline, watch out photographer. Style points for Nass, but only 6 for Central as Marquette would block the extra point try. The Hilltoppers offense then comes to life. Kevin Fink on the run to Regan Smith. Watch out cameraman. Nice grab by Smith. Don't act like you're not impressed. On 3rd and 11, Kevin Fink will unload the ball just before he gets crushed from both sides. He probably didn't see Mike Hoffman haul in the perfect pass. Marquette takes a 7-6 lead just before the half. There'd be enough time to grow a mustache while waiting for more offense. The guy in the black hat still needs to work on his, though. Fourth quarter, watch the middle open up for Xavier Whitaker. He'll pick up 18 yards as Central drives deep into Hilltopper territory. But on 4th down, Whitaker will be wrapped up by Sam Barris and Michael Trotter. Marquette takes over. The Lancers get another chance late in the 4th, but they cough it up, and Michael Trotter recovers to seal the victory. The Hilltoppers win at 10-6, improving to 4-0 in the Greater Metro Conference.
What does it mean to come in here and in such a tight game to knock these guys off?
It's everything. It's fun, baby. It's fun. It means everything to this program. Played hard. It was fun to win.
You're just sitting around online and you want to know all the score, stats, and highlights from last week? Just go to the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com. You might even find yourself in our Fans in the Stand section. Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's high school sports show, will be right back.
Okay, so here's a quick game. Think of your favorite TV show. Now think about how much you love it. Now think about how cool it would be if you could watch your show anytime you wanted. That's exactly what happens when you switch to digital cable from Time Warner Cable. It's the easiest way to see the very best in home entertainment. And with video on demand, you can see shows on your schedule. Call today and get it all for a winning price. You've never seen your favorite show quite like this. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
At Lackey & Joy's, we're committed to providing you the best in style, selection, and service. Our casual living store has well-designed furniture that is both classic and sensitive to lasting trends. We invite you to visit our expanded selection of outdoor and 3- and 4-season furniture at our casual living store adjacent to our Lackey & Joy store in Brookfield. Customize your living space with quality furniture from Lackey & Joy's.
Lackey & Joy's, when nature calls you outdoors.
At the heart of every caring community is a strong foundation of support. Since 2000, Boston Store has done more to strengthen that foundation. In fact, over the years, we've helped generate and donate over $75 million to various charitable organizations through our employees and customers company-wide. Because helping our community is close to our heart.
Chairman?
Approved. Every Roundy's product is approved for quality and signed by Chairman Bob himself.
Approved.
Roundy's, exclusively at Pick 'n Save.
Thank you.
The Kewaskum football team has been racking up a lot of wins lately while allowing just a little bit of points. We check in with the state's top-ranked team among medium schools in this week's Press Pass.
Kewaskum has had one of the area's most powerful football programs over the past few years. Getting to that level hasn't been a snap. It's taken a lot of hard work to build a program that won 35 games and lost just 4 from 2005 through 07. In each of those seasons, the Indians were defeated in the state semifinals, last year on a heartbreaking fumble at the goal line against Wisconsin Lutheran.
For sure, everybody had left a sour taste in everyone's mouth, and they really wanted to get back there and even move on. And so they really worked hard in the off-season, going to like speed camps, which is like run by our trainer, and just lifting and doing stuff to get ready for this year.
I think it fired a lot of the guys up. This off-season, probably the hardest a lot of the seniors ever trained, and it's showing up this season, I think.
Off-season efforts paid off in K-Town's first 5 games this year. The Indians won all 5, shutting out 4 of those opponents. West Bend West did score on the Indians, but Kewaskum escaped with a come-from-behind victory.
4 shutouts, 20 points allowed. I mean, that's a big help when you're playing quarterback, when your defense is not letting the other team score. It's pretty nice.
The kids have been paying attention to the scouting reports. They've done a good job picking up what we're trying to teach each week. For the most part, I'd say our defense has come out and just really set the tone for the game, especially early on.
The schedule only gets tougher from here on in, so there's much more work to be done if the Indians are to make a push for the Eastern Wisconsin Conference title. Playoffs are several weeks away, but with as close as this team has come to playing at state, it can be hard to completely put the postseason out of their minds.
Yeah, it is. You try to push it out of your mind, and we do. We're worried about conference right now, and that's the most important thing. But you always have it in the back of your mind, and there's nothing wrong with that, to have goals to push yourself even that deep in the season.
To be that close to getting to Madison and not make it is very frustrating. And they want to do everything in their power to be able to get past that step. Whether or not it happens, remains to be seen, because it takes a lot of luck and some other factors to play in your favor. But they're going to do everything they can to put themselves in a position to hopefully get past that hurdle.
The goal for now is simply to improve each week against an opponent looking not only to score on you, but to beat you.
Our coaches do a great job of keeping us focused. We've had scary situations this year already, so I think that's in the back of everybody's head, that know that we can't look down the road.
Tulsa East traditionally has one of the area's top-ranked boys volleyball teams, and this year the Red Raiders have but one goal in mind. Their work this season has earned them honors as this week's Realty Executives Team of the Week.
Not surprisingly, the Wauwatosa East boys volleyball team got off to a hot start in the Greater Metro Conference, winning its first 4 contests. But the players know there's a long way to go, and they can't let their guard down.
Always have to be down to earth with yourself. You're not the greatest player, you're not on the Olympic team, but you still got to come out every day with focus and do your best, and ultimately just try your hardest and see what happens.
But there has to be some balance for the Red Raiders, as they believe their performance is often spurred on by a high-energy effort.
More the intensity, the better. It keeps practice enjoyable and competitive, and it works out at the end. And during the games, we try to keep it as intense as possible, so we never get down.
This team's a lot of fun. We're always having fun, as you can see in practice. Just trying to do our best, always outperforming the other one.
For Tulsa East, the state champion 2 years ago, the conference title and a run at the Wisconsin crown will have to go through the defending champs in Marquette.
I'm pumped up mostly every time I play Marquette in any sport. I just love the feel for the game, and they're a really good team, and we're a really good team. You just have to see it wait it out and see who's going to come out on top as a team.
The Hilltoppers did knock off East in 4 games Wednesday night to give the Red Raiders their first defeat in the conference. That outcome, however, is just a warm-up for the Red Raiders, as they've got tunnel vision focused on the gold ball.
Ultimately, the goal is to win state, and that's pretty much our only goal.
John Fredericks of Realty Executives Integrity presents our Team of the Week plaque.
1, 2, 3, Raider!
What does it take to become a leader? Our patients know it takes the finest minds in medicine. It takes an academic medical center. Less than 2% of America's hospitals are academic medical centers. They're rare. That's why our patients know we're the smart choice for the finest care. Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic.
Wow, this is one good-looking TV. Clearly you take your TV viewing seriously. So why not watch in serious style? By getting HD service with digital cable from Time Warner Cable. You get programs in HD for free. Satellite wants to charge you over $100 a year for HD programming. Instead, see the shows you want at a price you'll love. Upgrade to digital cable or HD TV. Call Time Warner Cable today. You've got the great TV. Now get the great HD service it deserves. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
Alone, I can do nothing. Alone, there are no passes to catch, no touchdowns to score, no victories.
Alone, Angie could not learn new skills, get a job, or experience the dignity that comes from work.
But with a strong team, you can succeed. And with a caring organization that supports and believes in you, anything is possible.
I never come wrong.
Together, we can all win.
At Lackey & Joy's, we're committed to providing you the best in style, selection, and service. Our casual living store has well-designed furniture that is both classic and sensitive to lasting trends. We invite you to visit our expanded selection of outdoor and 3- and 4-season room furniture at our casual living store adjacent to our Lackey & Joy store in Brookfield. Customize your living space with quality furniture from Lackey & Joy's.
Lackey & Joy's, when nature calls you outdoors.
Did you know that shoulder injuries affect about 6 million people in the U.S. each year? Hello, I'm Kimberly Kane. Joining me now is Dr. William Rosh, Director of Sports Medicine at Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin, and team physician for the Milwaukee Brewers. Dr. Rosh, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Why are shoulder injuries so common in the U.S., and what are some of the main causes?
Well, if you think about it, the shoulder positions the hand in space, and with most sports, we use the hands. Because of that, it's injured fairly frequently. Whether it be throwing a baseball or simply painting the kitchen ceiling, we can irritate things.
So how do you treat these injuries?
Well, in most cases, physical therapy. Most shoulder injuries are strains of the rotator cuff. They get better quickly. In a case where you can't move your arm, it's a more severe injury, then surgery may come into play.
And what can people do to minimize the chance that they will injure their shoulders?
Keep the shoulder healthy, and with regards to that, I mean the rotator cuff. If you keep the rotator cuff healthy, the shoulder stays healthy.
Dr. Rosh, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to learn more about the Sports Medicine Center at Fredert and the Medical College, go online at fredert.com/sports.
Brookfield Central boasts one of the top tennis programs around. These girls are not only talented, but they're versatile as well. Super smooth Tim Newman explains it all in the Lackey & Joy Spotlight.
The Brookfield Central girls tennis team has been nationally recognized for its no-cut philosophy over the years, and its presence is felt on the team.
Depth has been one of our strengths over the past, the 4 years I've been on the team for sure. Depth is really it's been amazing.
Since 2002, the Lancers have won 3 Division I state titles, earned 1 runner-up, and last year lost in the semifinals, always putting pressure on the newest group to gather here. Rarely, if ever, will you see the courts here at Brookfield Central so empty. In fact, it's probably the exact opposite, and it's the Lancers' talent and depth that allows them to compete year after year, despite some major changes.
It was a tough decision to make. It was a big decision. I loved playing with Kaylee, but I think that the switch definitely had to be made, and it was one of the best things I've ever done. I'm very happy.
The surprising alteration to the BC lineup entailed breaking up the state doubles champions of Nelson and Kaylee Carswell. Nelson, with an eye on college, decided to go solo this season, which originally left Carswell with another partner. But Coach Dave Steinbach thought the team would benefit more if Carswell played number 3 singles, with Nelson at 2 and Brittany Skemp holding down the top singles spot.
Luckily, we have 2 great singles players, 1 and 2 singles players who are representing our school very well, and I just hope I can do my best at 3 singles, you know, to hold up my end of the bargain. I have to do what's best for the team, and our team is doing good so far, so hopefully we can make it to state this year.
Carswell admittedly wasn't thrilled with the change in plans, but she quickly shifted her focus to the no I in team mantra, and it's given the Lancers a potent triple threat. And once again, depth in the form of skilled athletes allows Central to make these jarring adjustments without missing a beat.
I think just knowing that you kind of have that security blanket behind you and that you can count on your teammates and do your best and help them out when they need that just is a really great feeling that you can count on them.
But not everyone plays with that same mindset.
I mean, I can be relaxed, but I like to keep the pressure on just because then if I feel like, oh, someone else could win, I don't have to win, then I probably wouldn't play my best. So I like to think that, like, this is the deciding match every time, and so that way I can play my best every time.
Clearly the gamble has paid off, with the Lancers ranked number 2 in the Division I state rankings, and they've rattled off 6 straight dual wins by 7-0 margins. Of course, the ultimate reward would come at the end of October.
I mean, a team state win would be great, especially my senior year. I would love it, and I definitely have faith in the girls. I believe in them all.
That's a wrap for this week's episode of Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's High School Sports Show. A special thanks to the Waukesha South Black Shirts. And don't forget, next week, we're going back to our regular time slot. That's Saturday, October 11th at 12:30 right here on today's TMJ4. Until then, I'm Gary Howard. Peace.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Support breast cancer research at the Medical College of Wisconsin when you purchase pink merchandise at Boston Store's pink shops during October. Buy, pick, and save. Proud sponsor of the Preps Plus highlights. Time Warner Cable. Order the All the Best package, 3 great services on 1 simple bill at 1 low price. By Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic. By Lackey & Joys, Milwaukee's premier outdoor retailer with 3 locations, downtown Milwaukee, Brookfield, and Mequon. And by Realty Executives, where the experts are.